Hello everybody, welcome back for another video. Hope you're all doing well and that you're all having an incredible day. To start things off, back in June, the world's most popular cryptocurrency exchange known as Binance announced that it would soon be blocking US-based investors from its platform in order to comply with global regulations. The deadline for US-based investors to cease trading and using Binance is less than 48 hours away. Here's everything crypto investors and traders need to know about the major disruption and what may occur in the crypto market after the largest portion of traders is cut off from much of the altcoin market. Ever since Binance announced it would be blocking US investors from using its flagship trading platform and website, the crypto market has never been the same. That's a bit dramatic. So the point is, within the next 48, actually even less than that at the time of me making this video, if you are based in the United States and are using Binance.com, I assume that is the website for it, pay attention because you are going to be directly affected, as the company Binance is going to be creating a new company called Binance US so that people within the United States can use the Binance platform. However, the previous Binance platform will no longer be available to people within the United States because regulators within the United States have stated that coins that are currently on Binance are securities or may be considered securities, and therefore if they are being offered to people within the United States, once again, that Binance may be doing something illegal. Therefore, Binance decided to create Binance US. Here's the little right here. Here's what we know thus far. It gets a little shaky. So this is about 80% of what's going to happen, and then 20% is the speculation, and I will explain why speculative in a couple of seconds. Crypto investors and traders may want to consider liquidating any assets not included in the list. Otherwise, they risk potentially holding assets that they will never be able to sell or will be unable to ever sell. It depends on how you want to say it. The idea is that certain coins thus far are probably or have not been deemed, or we can tell by the listings on Gemini and Coinbase and the potential listings on Binance.us, coins that are not going to be considered as securities within the United States border. Therefore, I'll read off them quickly just in case people are not looking at the screen. There's Cardano, there's Bitcoin, there's Holochain, there's Mana, Ravencoin, Waves, Atom, Dash, IOTA, Nano, TrueUSD, Lumens, XRP, Neo, EOS, Ethereum Classic, Pax, TrueUSD, Zilliqa, 0x, Algor, Litecoin, Ether, and of course, Binance Coin. Any other coins that people may potentially have at this moment are probably not going to be dragged over to Binance US. Therefore, if you are holding other coins besides the ones that are on this list or that I just mentioned, the idea is, like I said, the 20% speculation. They may not ever add these coins to Binance because that's just kind of how life is. Despite Binance blocking users from the United States from trading or making deposits to their platform in the next 48 hours, Binance will continue to leave accounts open to allow for users to withdraw their funds or view account statements and the like. It is recommended that any US-based customers download their account statement after their last trade is made to ensure complete tax compliance. US-based traders are also urged to withdraw any crypto holdings, including Bitcoin, from Binance. Despite accounts being left open, eventually these accounts may be closed at the discretion of Binance. There's little point in leaving funds on the platform if the investor or trader cannot actually take any positions with the assets. In terms of what to expect from the crypto market itself, most believe that the information is already priced in, and that's why altcoins have suffered so badly. Others believe that the lack of interest in altcoins driven by Binance could mean another alt season never arrives, which we just spoke about yesterday. We're not going to get back into that entire topic. The idea is, while your account may be kept open, as Binance is giving you a grace period to be able to withdraw your coins, just simply do it right now. Like, hit pause, withdraw your stuff, put it into your account, desktop wallet, Nano ledger, just put it somewhere else besides Binance. Binance is typically very good as far as like not taking your funds, what have you, so on and so forth, but just to be safe. We still do not at this moment have an exact date for when Binance.us is going to launch. Changpeng Zhao, the CEO of Binance, said about 2 weeks ago that the launch is weeks away, and it was noted that he said it's not months away. It is not years away, thank goodness. It is weeks away. So one can only assume, as that was a week and some change ago, we are in speculation. Hopefully by the end of this week, if not the middle of next week, we should have some type of a clarification as to exactly when Binance US is going to open, but it's going to happen. It's just more of a when at this point. Just thought I'd give that information first because I know that a large amount of my listeners and watchers are actually from the United States. I know I have suggested to other people before to use Binance because I like the everything of Binance compared to other websites that I used to use before. So a lot of people will be affected by this. So please make sure don't wait. Don't wait like a week, regardless of a grace period. Make sure your money is safe because the last thing you want, I mean, it's unlikely, but the last thing you want is not to have access to any of your money. Withdraw it, put it somewhere safe, put a password on it, put it on a ledger, throw it into a drawer, and yeah, let's move on. Next up, here's a really weird one. Where is it? There we go. Domino's Pizza is giving away $110,000 in Bitcoin or cash to a lucky customer in France, according to the European digital services company Tessie, which is powering the marketing event. The company's French website says the big giveaway is in celebration of the company's 30th birthday. The winner can choose whether to accept the prize in Bitcoin or in euros. If any of my listeners in France right now, I have a couple there as well. I definitely know that I see people writing in French, and anyway, I would probably accept that in Bitcoin. Or rather, my personal feeling is I would feel ridiculous not accepting it in Bitcoin, especially if it's free. I mean, really, what do you have to lose? Customers have to order pizza online to enter the competition. Here's what the actual website looks like. And then it goes on to talk about the actual guy who paid 10,000 Bitcoin 9 years ago for for 2 pizzas, I think it was, or something like that. And now that Bitcoin is worth $102 million. Not $1,000. It's $102 million. I think there was an interview with this guy before, and they were asking him how he feels. And yeah, anyway, the point is, I guess I'm country hopping once again. I was in the US, now I'm in France. I know, like I said, there are a lot of people who listen in France as well. So if you are in France and you planned on ordering Domino's anyway, good luck. It's nice to see, or it's fascinating to see that Bitcoin has become so mainstream that this is actually even being offered. Like, one would assume they would just simply say, okay, 100,000 in cash, or you've seen, like, you remember these things, like, where like you get a car, or like you get a so-and-so, like you get a dream vacation for a year, or an unlimited supply of pizza for the rest of your life. The fact that Bitcoin is even an option is very indicative of where we are going as a world, society. I don't know what to even... Anyway, let's move on. Next up, the Nasdaq is in the news, and this and a couple of other stories behind this are interesting in that they are leading me to believe that things could be changing very soon, and I'll give you the information on to what exactly I'm talking about. Major United States stock exchange known as Nasdaq has unveiled a blockchain decentralized finance index called DEFX, or DEFX. According to a DEFX press release published on the 9th of September, brokerage firm Exant streamlined the launch of the index. The index includes crypto assets of projects such as those belonging to proof-of-work blockchain Amovio, decentralized protocol 0x, and prediction market Augur, as well as governance tokens of the decentralized autonomous organization known as DAI and MakerDAO. Amovio main developer Zach Hess said, and I do quote, "I am glad to see increased awareness being brought to decentralized finance projects," end quote. Exante launches Bitcoin fund in 2012. Notably, the fund reportedly totaled an overall 70,000, oh my gosh, return of 70,000% since its inception. What's interesting here is that I mentioned before, and I mentioned yesterday, I'm pretty sure as well, I focus on a very tight range of coins, specifically because thus far, from what we have seen, the information that we have been given by news outlets, Nasdaq, blah, 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 stock exchanges around the world, is they themselves are focusing on a very few coins. However, I'm starting to see a bit of a branch out from this. There are many other cryptocurrencies, none of which I have currently purchased, but I'm seeing it branch out from these companies and organizations and blah, 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 stock exchanges who are starting to announce that they are either custodying certain coins or are listing indexes for certain coins. That doesn't mean that they're listing the coins themselves onto their platform. Like, there will be no trading of Amovio or 0x or Algor or MakerDAO or DAI on Nasdaq. However, having an index for it leads me to believe that there has been discussions behind the scenes, as far as usually when we get news like this, it's because like during a press release, they'll say, we had a number of clients who came to us asking us, do you offer this so and so and so, and therefore we have decided to offer it. We had a number of clients who came to us, 500 in total, who told us that they are interested in investing around 50,000 or whatever or more into Bitcoin. We had, and it kind of spirals from that direction. I've seen over the last couple of months, and I'm pretty sure you've also heard me talk about it as well, I've seen the word, or rather the coins, 0x, Algor, DAI, and MakerDAO a lot of times. I think these are being custodied by Coinbase. They're now being put onto this index on the Nasdaq. And I think there's another third or fourth place that's also mentioned these same exact coins. Once again, or rather for the first time, that's not financial advice. That is not me telling you to go out there and run and buy these coins. However, these are things to kind of keep your eye on at the moment. I will talk obviously more about these coins should they get placed onto the Nasdaq or the New York Stock Exchange, or even to a certain extent if they end up custodied by Fidelity or some other major name. The moment they start announcing these coins more and more, obviously this will be a major indication of where the potential future for these coins could go. I still consider them incredibly speculative, but like I said, I do think a number of altcoins will make it. However, the road is too unclear to say exactly which coins of these other altcoins outside of the top 10-ish are going to actually make it. And here's the announcement right here. It says, DEFIX Nasdaq lists DEFIX, a new decentralized finance index for blockchain markets. Wonderful. Next up, Bakkt has officially revealed the initial deposits its customers will have to make to margin trade its Bitcoin futures products. In a new note posted on Tuesday, the ICE futures, or the Intercontinental Exchange Futures US, the actual futures exchange Bakkt contracts are trading on, announced the initial hedge and speculative requirements for customers, as well as its monthly rate add-on. There we go. John Todaro, director of research at TradeBlock, told CoinDesk that the initial margin requirements are the amount of assets collateral that needed to be pledged in order to open a position. Logically, according to Tuesday's notice, customers will have a $3,900 deposit requirement for both Bakkt's daily and monthly futures contracts as an initial hedge. The speculative initial requirements will be somewhat higher at $4,290. Very specific. The initial hedge requirements are for accounts which already have exposure to Bitcoin. They said, denied, do quote, speculative requirements are for those accounts that are speculating, obviously, on the price of Bitcoin through futures contracts. The CFTC and other regulating agencies have rules in place to protect futures markets from excessive speculation, which can lead to deviant price fluctuations, volatility, etc. What I find the most interesting I like that we're finally hearing information from Bakkt more. I mean, we've been hearing information before Bakkt. The point is, we're getting more of an indication of exactly the specifics of the contracts, and I think it is fascinating myself that the requirements are a bit restrictive for everyday normal people. I mean, I wasn't expecting a normal, everyday, average Joe person to be able to kind of get into the futures market, especially when other futures markets that we have out there have been $500 million or $1 billion or something like that on like a daily basis. But this is obviously done. And we've seen this mimicked before. I think this kind of happens in many countries where people are afraid, or rather, where governments state that they're afraid of the average everyday person getting burned. It usually has to do with it's a money market. If you have money, you can get into the market. It's kind of just how things are. So requiring $4,000 as a down payment to be able to open up a contract is a bit interesting. At this point, we are 12 days away from Bakkt. 12. It is coming down to the wire. I'm probably more excited than I actually should be. I don't think anything major will happen. I would like something major to happen price-wise. However, I'm trying to keep both feet on the ground, as it were. However, we've been waiting for this for a year, and when you imagine waiting for something for a year and it's like 12 days away, you kind of can't help but being a little excited. To kind of finish things off, the Winklevise are in the news. The New York-based cryptocurrency exchange known as the Gemini, founded in 2014 by twin brothers Cameron and Tyler Winklevoss, has launched its own custody service known as Gemini Custody. In a news release shared with Cointelegraph on the 10th of September, Gemini said the newly launched custody solution will allow its customers to check balances, download account statements, initiate withdrawals, and grant auditors view-only access to confirm balance, transactions, and activity. Customers will be able to trade their assets in custody on the Gemini exchange without waiting for them to be transferred from cold storage. Here's the part where I was talking about the same exact thing over here as far as things being listed or things being custodied. A lot of the same coins are being mimicked by different cryptocurrency exchanges or different crypto enterprises. People who are getting into the cryptocurrency space are already into the cryptocurrency space. A lot of the same coins keep popping up. Where is it? Right here. Gemini Custody reportedly will support 18 cryptocurrencies, including Bitcoin, obviously, Bcash, Ether, Litecoin, as well as, once again, ERC20 tokens. That is a major thing that we keep seeing over and over and over. Once again, regardless of if Ethereum has its upgrades or not, we keep seeing the support of multiple ERC20 tokens. It's usually Bitcoin, maybe Bcash, Ether, Litecoin, sometimes XRP, and then usually about 15 to 20 different ERC20 tokens. Those tokens are 0x, Augur, like we just heard over here once again, BAT, Bread, DAI, that is DAI, Decentraland, Engine, Flexicoin, Gemini Dollar, Kyber Network, Loom Network, Maker, and Omise Go. Gemini CEO Tyler Winklevoss said that the much-needed maturation of crypto as an asset class depends on custodial security. He added, and I do quote, "From day one, Gemini recognized the need of a world-class custody solution that is secure, compliant, and easy to use for individuals and institutions around the world." End quote. I think this list is interesting. I think, rather, what I've seen, the same coins keep popping up. And to be fair, there are several hundred ERC20 tokens, but we keep hearing about 0x, sometimes Decentraland, not often, usually 0x, DAI. I mean, of course, Gemini is going to, it's their coin. Omise Go, Maker, Augur. These keep popping up over and over. I wonder why these coins keep popping up over and over. Obviously, they have some type of I want to say the word, a belief in these coins, or maybe they think that these coins could potentially outclass or outweight or outdo other coins that are out there, especially other ERC20 tokens. I find it a little fascinating. I'm sure as time goes on, we will see how these coins do. A couple of them are not on my radar simply because, once again, I prefer to focus on the top coins, as I believe they will definitely make it, and I'm not in the mood for a maybe potentially could somewhere down the line. Like, I want to be able to buy a coin, put it into a wallet, not look at it, and then 10 years later go, I'm rich. As opposed to being like, oh, that coin didn't make it? Oh, okay. That's just how my mindset kind of is. This news, and as I was reading over it, I was like, this seems oddly familiar. It's not. This is actually brand new news. This news about the Winklevise opening up a custody service is not to be confused with the news that we just had a couple days ago from the Winklevise, that they're now offering an OTC desk, over the counter trading desk. Like I said, I saw this and I was like, I'm pretty sure we read this about a couple days ago. Nope, brand new. They just keep coming out with news about every 4 days. Fascinating. As always, a very special thank you to my Patreon supporters. Yes to crypto. Miller hits chest every day and Kyle skips leg day. I saw someone in the comment section yesterday and I laughed until a tear came down my eye. Someone said, I'm so tired of Miller always hitting his chest and Kyle really needs to stop skipping leg day. And they had like a little angry emoji. I just thought it was the funniest thing in the entire world. I'm not exactly sure why. Minting coins, Jeremy Fox, Jim Gardner, Anthony Charles, Nick Mangialavori, Paxis, Crypto Beer Shipmate, Vlad the Impaler, Richie Rich the Third, Nick Kanaya, Setsuna, Damian, Nicholas, Renerth, One Piece, One Love, Cryptopolis, Crypto Artist, Coldy, 3D, Strange, Radio Central, wrong. Mechanic, there we go. JR, Milweezy, Adobo, Bankroll Network, Crypto Joe, 242 to the World, Wise Night Owl, Jared Schneider, Triple M&J, Woody and Daisy, Brady Nield, Master Ventures in Thailand, Mohair Maroni, Adam Graysick, and Professor Wally from Gunbot, University. Thank you all very, very much for your support. As I've been scrolling by, for those of you who have not noticed, or maybe you're noticing right now, all the stable coins are shooting up. Where's the other one? USD coin is shooting up. Where is the other one? Boop, 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 boop. Oh, except for Tether. I'm shocked that Tether is not shooting up as well. The market is currently in red. It looks like the market has no idea where it wants to go. Before I was making this video, I think Bitcoin's price was at 9,978 or something like that. So I guess the $10,000 support has been bounced off of once again. I won't lie. Part of me, not all of me, is hoping or was hoping that Bitcoin would slide down to around 9,200. Seems like a very nice buy-in area, if you will. However, the market is in red. Satoshi prices are actually going up, which means that Bitcoin could also still being sold off. A lot of these stablecoins are shooting up as well, which means that people are buying into them as they are selling off their cryptocurrencies. We are still in that trading range that we were talking about before. It has tightened. The range of the Bitcoin price has tightened. And I said a couple of weeks ago, I thought it was very weird because we had news from about 3 or 4 different analysts who said that would come to a head. It would be on not the cusp. We'd be at the end of that range within the next about 5, 6, 7 days. And I said, very odd, because a couple days after that, that's when Bakkt is launching. So, as always, the price could go up or the price could go down. No one knows, because at some point the price will go up and then the price will also go down. I don't mean to be cynical. It's more of just like a realistic thing, if you will. I don't want to get anybody's hopes up. I would assume after this long trading range, my opinion, I could foresee us going up in price. I see no reason why we would slam down. The fundamentals are far too strong at this point. So logically, I would assume, based on my own knowledge, that Bitcoin would perform very well after the end of the range, simply because we keep hitting new every day around the world. More people are getting into the cryptocurrency space. We keep seeing record buying on local Bitcoins. The mining activity on Bitcoin is now at an all-time high. Like, we are higher than we were when Bitcoin was at $20,000. Like, the entire cryptocurrency market has expanded so far and so wide, and a lot of prices across the market have not yet mimicked, or rather are not showing what I believe they should currently be showing. So we have a couple days left. I assume we're going to continue on this trajectory that we have been for the last couple of days, and then at some point, by the time Bakkt launches, we will know, logically, we will know if Bitcoin is around floating or slamming towards 6,000, or if we are trying to retest $14,000 once again. Either way, it is exciting to me. If the prices go up, if the prices go down, I still continue to buy. Does not matter to me, because I personally believe in the super long-term growth of this market, and I'm here for the long haul. I hope you all enjoyed. I hope that you all are having a great day. a great morning, a great afternoon, a great evening, wherever you are, wherever you might be. I do hope it's absolutely fantastic. Thank you all once again for watching and or listening, and I will most certainly be talking to you all soon. Don't forget to take your money off of Binance. Thank you all once again, and I'll talk to you all soon. See you.